I'd like to just handle this one now. It's to Senia. And it says, going through all of the challenges you've faced while auditing all of the smallholders, how long does it take for the completion of the audit? Months or years? And this is from Karipa from Nestlé's Malaysia.
Thank you for the question. It is all depends how good your database, how good your documents. That is why we do prior to the assessment, we do a desktop review. We ask for all the data, we analyze the data, and the accuracy is very important. And for the Thailand case, this group was being developed for more than 2 years, and almost all the area they have been covered, and the database given to us is there are very much accuracy, and this made us efficient during the audit. Even though with that documents and that database, we still spend about 12 man days on site to verify all the data given to us. Even after the audit, we still ask for more data and more information. So it's almost about 4 to 5 weeks to analyze and conclude all our informations. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Number 5. Come in, number 5.
Dominic Dambol from Sabah Softfood, Sabah, Malaysia. I have a very basic and fundamental question. First to Daniel May. I think you have done a very good presentation. My question is very simple. Can you further enlighten us? How did you come into saying the price premium enjoyed by the certified smallholders in Thailand? That is one. The second one is also, this is for Mr. Senior. You mentioned just now that the OER from the certified smallholders normally are getting higher. I mean, the certified smallholders normally are getting higher OER compared to the non-certified. Can you give us a reason for that? I'm asking this because in Malaysia, in POB has a well-established way of determining this OER. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Daniel, if you'd like to start, be as brief as you can.
There is a price premium paid via this off-market deal with Green Palm. As is the nature of off-market deals, I can't really comment on this, how much this price premium is. However, I think what I have shown there in my presentation, like the main benefits are not coming at all from the price premium. The price premium Johnson & Johnson is paying those smallholders is very reasonable, it's a good premium. However, there's clearly to say like those major benefits are coming from yield improvement, are coming from those cost reduction and all this. And also I can't comment on the percentage, like what is the rate, what is the rate between this. But it's clear, like also for any business cases, any of you want to develop, those business cases relying them only on price premium don't work from our understanding. Every business case you are developing towards smallholder certification must include in the end those OER improvements, those yield improvements, because otherwise it's only looking on those price premiums, even though they are for smallholders hopefully in the future also a bit higher than the price premium for plantations. They will be too low to cover all those additional costs, especially in this transition phase. And there you must rely on OER and yield improvement, but there's big potential for further improvements.
Thank you.
Okay, to answer the second question, the OER is higher than those compared to non-certified. Yes, it is true, because the mill recognized that this group, through their sustainable practices, has improved their quality of the FFP sent to the mill compared to before they introduced to the sustainable practices. The ripeness standard, they confirm that has improved very much. The debris is reduced, and then the quality of the fruits sent to the mill is fresh. So due to considering all these, they slightly increase the rate for the smallholders in this group. And also they are in the discussion with the group to give some premium or allowances once they are certified. This is still they are discussing with the mills that partnering with them.
Thank you. So there is a set price, but the smallholders who are certified are actually improving the OER. Question to Anthony. Hi. Since the premium price has been paid, how have you shared that with your smallholders? And how do you communicate the issue of sustainability? And that's from Yatswin from GIZ.
Okay, thank you for the question. We, at Cargill, we operate with full transparency, and we ensure that our smallholders will take ownership for wanting to be, to get RSPO certified. So we lay down the costs, of the certification, the mill that needs to be, certified as well. So we share these costs with them, and we had a meeting with all the farmers through the cooperative, through the group levels, and come to a portion where we cover our costs and the rest of the premium goes to the farmers. So this agreement is endorsed by all farmers, all 8,800 farmers, put it in writing, and witnessed by the local local government cooperative officer. That's how we get this done.
Let me just follow that up, because there's another question from Yi from Mars. And I think this is quite important, is how long will you continue to support your smallholders? And actually, do you have an exit strategy? And just keep it a brief reply. Yeah,
as I mentioned just now, the smallholders is coming into the second cycle now. 25 years, we have been cooperating with them, working together with them for the past 22 years. So there have been lots of questions whether from the smallholders, whether Cargill is going to continue this relationship. So we have given them our full assurance that we will, and the next second cycle, once we start replanting, we have program for replanting in 2016. We will do the planting as how we are doing for our own Cargill plantation. There's no shortcuts like what I mentioned earlier.
Thanks. Daniel, same question. How long will you continue to support the smallholders in Thailand?
Overall, we supported them for nearly 3 years. I think the average, or when you want to bring smallholders to certification, calculate at least 2.5 to 3 years. Everything lower than 2 years is, from my perspective, not doable and not feasible.
Number 7? Number 7?
I'm Yatsavin again. I asked the question earlier, but the answer, I know that you share, but for us, we just certified, we know that we will get some premium. We would like really to learn how you share. I mean, in terms of portion in percent, how many percent of the premium go directly to the farmers? You don't need to say the figures, but percent of portion would be crucial. And how do you communicate this? The premium issue is very complicated, though it's not much in amount, and also meaningful. So I would like to kindly ask you to share us if you would like to work more with smallholders. I think this is the issue undercovered, but we have to even make it more and more clarified. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. So it's a follow-up question asking how did you share the premium, and it's from your original question.
Okay, the farmers are definitely getting more than 50% of the premium that they are selling. We show them the cost, the cost that, because we have the 11 executives and 20 support staff. So these are the costs to us to continuously socialize with the farmers and get them up to speed and get them continuous improvement. Those are huge costs to us. We have a team of TSD, our own technical service department, advising them on best management practice. These are also costs to us. Our meal costs, but the cost of certification in our case we use BSI, is borne completely by us. We do not take that into account. But the beauty about Hindoli farmers is that the premium that they get, they are not giving back to individual smallholders, but they are using that money to improve further on their store, on their collection center, on their roads. They use that money for CSR, continuous improvement on a village level. So, that's how they are using the money, and we are transparent in our costs, where this cost comes from. We get all of them together, we discuss with them, and they agree, we agree, so we sign the agreement witnessed by the guy from the cooperative department. So that's how you need to do in a very transparent manner. I completely agree with you, because, otherwise you'll have a whole set of new problems arising. But for us, what my presentation just now, when we started this, was because the smallholders are keen to follow our example. We did not talk about the premium from the start. We just wanted them to take ownership of their own responsibility, that they should be producing sustainable palm oil.
It's a nice word to introduce, ownership. Question in the front.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm somewhat surprised that the certification bodies, because the question of OER for smallholders is a very pertinent question. And you can't just base it on agreements and saying that the smallholders are happy. Surely there is a mechanism, there is a technique which has been adopted for 50 years to assess the OER and KER of individual smallholders just on a basic bunch sampling. And every mill has a laboratory. And at that laboratory, Daniel May mentioned you can't close down the mill to do a sampling over 5 tons of fruit. But you can do it at the lab level, determine the oil to bunch ratio, and then apply the efficiency rate of the mill. Because Daniel Tan's oil plantation will probably be fetching 23% OER, but he's only given 20%. So I think what is the quality of the fruit and the determining of the oil and kernel can be done purely by a bunch analysis, and that is something the auditors should look into. Are the mills doing it?
I understand your concern on this, but however, when we do the independent smallholder audit, we did not have any access to the mill records. So how they do because mill is not in our scope. Our scope is only the independent smallholder group members and their group manager. So we did not have any access to the mill, how they determine and how they come with the OER figures. So even during the stakeholder consultation with the mill representatives, so the figures was told to us as confidential and not shared with us.
I accept that challenge. The co-chairs of the smallholder working group will deal with this as one of the many other problems that we have to do in certifying smallholders. Sorry, no more questions. We're out of time. I do apologize. It's been a good session. We've been talking about partnerships, the key. We've had some of the logistics, which are a big challenge with smallholders. We've had the advice of start planning from day one, and then the evidence that it's not easy, and it isn't. What has reoccurred in this session and previous sessions, and I think so many discussions on smallholders, is that the role of RSPO is to simplify without compromise how we certify smallholders. Would you please give a big round of applause for all of these people? Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Sessions Chair, Dr. Simon Lord. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now take a 30-minute break. The next session will start at 11 a.m. sharp. Please return to this conference hall by 11 a.m.